We are live finally. I had the wrong time down there, but I've been, like I said, not feeling too good about this wind is going down, but nevertheless, I'm hearing the wind. And there's a lot of destruction going on outside Pacific Palisades. And now in the San Gabriel's Altadena area, just above San Marino. Wildfire there. Anyway, this article that I'm going to talk about, it's a very long one. I'll try to keep it short, but I'm sure it's going to be a very long while before I get to 50 top 50 diners. Now, there are many top 50 diners, top 10, top 30, but they're going to start off with number 50 first. Then they're going to work their way down. So I'm going to try to get all 50 done. I'll probably make notes about the ones that I've never been to, and we're going to go all the way down to one. If I have to do a part two, I will. But right now, the number one restaurant chain in America, that's the name of this article, according to diners. And they're going to see which others are made, which one of the others made, but the top 50. Story by PaulFeinstein, the master and Troyer. They're the ones who wrote this article. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to do this. I thought about doing this before. I had lost the page and I got it back. So we're going to start off right now, which is the number 50th, the 50th most popular chain restaurant in America, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Believe it. Panda Express. That's the number one restaurant. Thing about it is they break down all of these things by percent. So each one's gonna have a percentage, but I'm gonna run through them real quickly. Panda restaurant. Now I do like Panda. Uh, I'd say it was more Chinese, of course. It's pandas, but the food is very good. I like how they do it. It's actually non-traditional way, but there are a lot of restaurants who do it that type of way. It looks like a buffet style, but it's not. They actually serve your plate. You just order how many items you want. I don't have no problem with them with that. They do have some things that I like. There's chicken, sweet and sour chicken, orange chicken, you name it. Their positive opinion score is 48%. That means that it's popularity among boomers. Now, I'm part of the boomers. No, I'm not part of it. I think I am. 48% of us like that. Gen X, 40%, and popularity among millennials is 52%. It's a subsidiary of the Panda restaurant group. Panda Express started as a format sit-down restaurant called Panda Inn. Now, there is a Panda Inn in Pasadena. I pass by it almost every day. Started in 1973. I never been to the Panda Inn. And it talks about, the father and son team. In 1983, a year after mean-sized wife Peggy Sheen, that's one of the owners, opened a fast food version of the restaurant in Glendale Galleria. Panda Express. There are 2,200 Panda Express restaurants. Panda, that's Panda for you. Jersey Mike subs. How about Jersey Mike? I had them a couple of times. Okay, Robin, let's slow it down here. I had it a couple of times. They're number 49. Their positive opinion score is 48% also among boomers, 47%, Gen X, 50%, and along millennials, 46%. The original Jersey Mike's opened in popular Jersey Shore town. Point Pleasant in 1956. High school student. There are 2,000 Jersey Mike's restaurants in the United States. What's this here? Thing is kind of slow, aren't you? Okay. Auntie Anne's. I never been to Auntie Anne's. I thought it was a cookie place. Also, they sell fresh baked pretzels. I never ate there, so that's one place I may have to check out on my list. Auntie Anne's, I always walk by them. They are in the malls. Certain malls, not all malls. I know they are in the Ontario Mall here in California. Auntie Anne's started in 1988. Pennsylvania Farmers Market. Founder Ann Beeler began selling soft, freshly baked pretzels. So that's what they sell, pretzels. And a partner, Alice's Lemonade Stand. So Auntie Anne's, I never been to Auntie Anne's. Now that's one of them I'm gonna put down in my book. I'm gonna try out. I think someone I did buy pretzels there once. I don't think I was that impressed because I really wasn't into it. Wasn't really into it. This thing is kind of slow. Okay, let's go to the next one now. No, I want number 47. Keys Nose. Keys Nose, another sandwich place, right? I've never been there. Maybe I've been there once. I can't remember, but that's one I should mark down so I can up-to-date my palate. So started by a guy named Jimmy Lombardo, worked at Colorado Mine Company, a steakhouse in Glendale, Colorado. And he opened his own sandwich shop. Heated Subs, Cheese Nose. They grew to a franchise 1987. So that's another one I got to check out again. Keys Nose. That's number 47. Here's one, 46. Golden Corral. Would you believe that? That's number 46 on the list of places. Now we know about Hometown Buffet. That went out. Soup Plantation, that went out. The Golden Corral came through as new, and it's not really that new. It opened in 1973. But we didn't get it until later on. Actually, they probably had one place. They have 400 locations around the United States. So Golden Corral is a popular all-you-can-eat buffet place. I have eaten there. They are pretty basic. I do like them. The opinions poll is 49%. I'm going to say they're all about the same. I probably won't read that. Anyway, baby boomers 54%. Anyway, that's the one I'm about. That has the most popularity. Is 54%. Of course, that's the older crowd. So they opened in 1973. There was a go-down tournament over there. It doesn't say really where, but anyway, who cares? That's number 46, Golden Corral. Hard Rock Cafe. You know what? I've been to Hard Rock Cafe millennium, a long time ago. I haven't been since. I've been to one, I think it was in San Francisco. Oh my God. It must have been in the 90s or the 80s. I can't even remember. I probably went to a Hard Rock hotel, I think, Vegas. I can't remember because they come and go. It is a hotel there. But upon baby boomers, 51%, 50%, Gen X 58%, and millennials 50%. And of course, they started 1971, London based. They have 24 hotels, so we know about them. Their food, I would say it's okay because I haven't been there in quite some time. In fact, something reminds me. I think I even been to one in Niagara Falls. So it was adequate, but like I said, it was a very long time ago. It was always crowded. I don't know about now, but it was very crowded back then. So it's number 45. Number 44, Buffalo Wild Wings. I think I've only been to Buffalo Wild Wings maybe one time. Just one time. I thought at one time KFC was a part of them or one of those, but I guess not. Maybe in passing, they did have something to do with Buffalo Wild Wings. They started in Ohio, look like. Well, it says, let's see, they were living in Ohio. Da, 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 da. They got 1,000 locations around the globe. So maybe I should check them out. They are on my radar. I do want to check them out. Buffalo Wild Wings. Number 43, Chipotle Mexican Grill. Man, I finally went to Chipotle. That was some months ago for the very first time. I totally tried to ignore them. I couldn't ignore them anymore. I had one of their meals. It was very delicious. They make it the way you want it. They do have a set standard of food there, and you make it. It is pretty good. Uh, but I say, if you eat that, you're really eating a lot because instead of eating in a restaurant, I mean, like a big Mexican restaurant, you can go to Chipotle. They got 2,400 locations. And the popularity among boomers is 46%, Gen X 56%, millennials is 52%. Number 42, Dad, I missed number 43. Hold on a second here. That was, oh, come on, I won't go back. No, Nathan's famous. Nathan's famous hot dog. Yeah, Coney Island. I think I ate one. I probably used to eat a lot of Coney Island dog when I was younger. I can't really remember. I think the last time I actually ate a Coney Island hot dog for the first time, I was already, it was a time that I really wasn't eating pork. But I believe it was in the 90s. So I had one Nathan hot dog before just to say that I had a Coney Island hot dog. Being from New York and not really remembering because I was a baby still. As a grown person, I finally had a Nathan Coney Island dog. Okay, number 41. Number 41 in the countdown of the number one restaurant is Little Caesars, one of my favorite pizza places beside Domino. Little Caesars has been around a very long time. I remember going to Little Caesars quite a lot. They were one of the cheapest around since the late 70s into the 80s. Little Caesars, very good food. I really liked Little Caesars. They were great. This thing keeps going backwards on me. I don't want it to move at all. So yes, Little Caesars. I liked Little Caesars a lot. I remember one time buying 3 for 1 Little Caesars here in Los Angeles area. But that was very cool. Little Caesars. That was number 41. 52, no, 47% for boomers, 58 for Gen X's, and millennials, 53%. Little Caesars. Number 41 on the top 50. There is only one number one, according to them. Number 40, TG. Is this TGIF? Yes, it is. Thank God it's Friday. Friday. I used to go to Fridays a lot. I was a member of the club. I haven't been going there recently. You know, there's so many places to go, you can just be broke. So you can't go to all these places a lot. You have to spend your money. But TGI Fridays is okay. They are going through a lot of problems, bankruptcy, just like all the other ones. So I don't know which ones are going to close. I did discuss them a little bit. I don't know which ones are going to close, which ones are going to stay open. But so far, the ones that I've seen around, they are open and they're still doing good so far as I know. That's TGIF is number 40 of the 50 popular, according to them, the two people who I mentioned whose story this is. Among boomers at 54%, Gen X 51%. Masai, hello, how you doing? Doing great. Doing something new that I never done. I thought about doing this, but every time I see this, I decided, hey, one of these days I'm going to get one that makes sense, that's got some history on it, which I'm not going to read all the history, but anyway, I'm just going to do my little stint, talk about the food I like, don't like, places I need to try out. Yes, try out. TGI Fridays, number 40. Now, here's one that's very expensive. Papa John. I did Papa John's once. Their pizza is the most expensive. I think their pizza is the most expensive of all the pizzas. When you're talking about volume, price, size, or whatever you want to call it, price, I mean, size and volume is the same thing. Probably, even though I only been there once, I'm sure I had it a couple of other times with someone else, but I never buy Papa John's. Maybe I should try them again just for the heck of it. But I did buy Papa John's once. It's okay, but like I said, a little bit expensive. They did talk about the problems that Papa John has had, uh, the football community. They didn't like their political blah blah this. I'm not gonna get all into that. They did talk about it a little bit. Uh, but anyway, uh, it was founded. Well, they got 3,000 locations around the United States. Hold on a second here. Well, that was something. An emergency. I don't know if everyone heard it all or not, but just the same, I'll probably have to go back in and erase that part of the conversation. And where was I at Papa John's? Sorry about the delay. I had to take care of an emergency. Chili's. Chili's, is that the one I want? Let me see. Yeah, I did Papa John's number 39. And it is Chili's number 38. I go to Chili's quite a bit. Probably just as many times as I went to TGIF. They almost kind of the same. Bar, restaurant, pretty good food. They're okay. Boomers 54%, Gen X 55%, and millennials 52%. So that is Chili's. Number 36, White Castle. And no, I never really been to White Castle. I think I've been to White Castle. Wasn't too impressed with them. I think I was way back in the East when they was a little bitty place. I guess that's the one with the little burgers. I'm not sure. That's the one. Maybe I should try them once more. Yes, it says East Coast, 14 states, primarily in the Midwest and East Coast, 349 locations. But they began in Wichita, Kansas in 1921. Boy, they've been around a long time, White Castle. Oh, well. Well, anyway, they're number 36. White Castle, number 36. Now, I did miss one. Boston Market. Now, we know what's happening in Boston Market. A lot of them have went out of business. I heard that there's only a few around, if any. It used to be called Boston Chicken. I did talk about that. They were founded in 1985 in Newton, Massachusetts. Boston Market is an inexpensive rotisserie. I never did like Boston Market, really. I know a lot of people bought some. Whenever there was a job party, people would go to Boston Market. I went into Boston Market. Hey, how you doing, Plain? All right, I'm doing okay. Talking about this Boston Market, But I'm a KFC guy. I'm still a KFC guy. Gonna always be a KFC guy. Now I do like the other chickens, Popeyes, Churches. They okay. But Boston Market, they did go away, kind of, sort of. I was thinking about trying them out before they go, but look like they went out rapidly. Don't know if they're coming back or not, but they're around. And they were number 37, even though they're not around anymore. Number 35, Longhorn Steakhouse. I had the opportunity of going to Longhorn Steakhouse at least once. I would like to go again. It's family oriented. It's not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a big expensive steak cowboy kind of thing, but it's more lighter than that. It does get crowded, so you got to go get in bed. Okay, gotta go be it for school, but good. God bless you. Good night. God bless you too, Plain. Yeah. Well, I'm off tomorrow. I ain't gotta go to school. That's why I decided to do this 50, 50 best restaurants countdown, number 35, Longhorn Steakhouse. I would like to go back to Longhorn Steakhouse again. The 54 is the opinion poll, I guess you want to call it. It's 57% for baby boomers, Gen X at 56%, and millennials at 49%. So a lot, It's not that great with millennials, but for baby boomer, and Gen X, it is in the high 50 range. So it is popular. They got 450 locations. First opened in Atlanta at Longhorn Steaks Restaurant and Saloon. Longhorn. So see, I got a different impression. I thought it was just purely, I guess it is purely Western, I guess. It's kind of sort of like that, but I thought it was going to be more Westerny than what it was. But Atlanta, I guess it is kind of Westerny. Atlanta's changed somewhat. Uh, they're part of the same group that the Olive Garden is and Yard House. Now, I only been to Yard House when that's Yard House is more expensive. Yard House is, I think, an upscale restaurant. Only been there once. It says what? Obviously known for its steaks. London Steakhouse also serves burgers. So they serve burgers, sandwiches, ribs, chicken, and fish. That is true. So Yard House, Olive Garden, and Longhorn Steakhouse is operated by the Darden Restaurant. That's part of their portfolio, and that's great. And they are number 35. Number 35 on the scale of 50. Countdown, Five Guys. I've heard so much about Five Guys. They're too expensive. Their hamburgers are very expensive out here. I was going to check them out. Quite a few of them went out of business. I still see one or two around. I'm going to put that on my list of places to go just to see what they got. I don't eat hamburgers, so I'm going to check them out. If they don't have anything else, I guess I won't go there. But if they got something other than hamburgers, I think they did. I did see their menu. But if they got something close to it, like a milkshake or something like that, I don't know. I don't know. But I'll check them out. That's Five Guys. Everyone says they're the most expensive hamburgers around. A&W Root Beer, number 34. No, this is number 33. Sorry about that. Five Guys is number 34 on the list. A&W Root Beer. I can't remember me going to an A&W Root Beer for years, and they're still around. I see one every now and then. I think A&W is also mixed with some other restaurants, so I sometimes do not know where can I get an A&W meal. And then when I do see them, I want something else. So A&W is known for their root beers to me, because that's what I know A&W for. I love their root beer, A&W root beer. I used to love the floats, A&W float, root beer floats. I think that's A&W. It is. It says root beer stand in California. 1919, popularized. 1919, root beer stand. With the advent, what did they say? With the advent of the prohibition, which is liquor, A&W played on the name root beer. Okay, so they named the soda pop a beer to attract alcohol drinkers to the establishment. So they still good. They still got their draft style root beer. And I remember Snapple and 7-Up, they must have teamed up, because Snapple at one time was the hottest thing going. 7-Up has always been around. The Snapple, I believe, is the newest, unless someone tells me different. But I remember when Snapple was the thing back in the, was it 80s into the 90s? Snapple, everything was Snapple. I used to buy a lot of Snapple. I think only a couple of things I know now I buy. Oh my goodness, what happened to my setting? What? Oh, there it is. It went away again. I hope I'm still getting some juice. Okay, yeah, I'm 94%. I don't know why my screen went blank like that, but it thinks I'm not here, but I'm here. And the wind is still kicking up, something fierce. Two wildfires going on right now. My wife would call, said the streets were blocked off because of the fires. She got lost because there is a definite path. Hopefully she'll be okay. She'll text me again. So that's the only thing I hate, going to work with a wind like this. This wind is strong, just like any other wind that I've been in, but the wind is supposed to go up to 100. I hope it don't go up to 100, but it is fierce. You can't even leave your trash cans out. So I had to take the trash cans in. The wind was going too fast, and it hits up against the buildings and the houses. It did knock out some power lines. Some places have a blackout. I'm surprised I don't have a blackout here. I've had blackouts because of wind and other types of things, but thank God I don't have no blackout right now. I hope it don't have no blackout because I want to do all 50 of the best diners all the way to who is number one. Of course, I know who number one is, but we're going to go there. If you're still up at this late, so number 33 on the list of the 50 best is A&W. That's number 33. So we're getting there. Number 30, Mrs. Fields. I don't know why they put Mrs. Fields in there. I don't know anything about Mrs. Fields. But the parent company is Famous Brands International. I've heard of them. TCBY, the country's first frozen yogurt chain in the 1990s. Today, the company's headquartered in Broomfield, Colorado. There are 250 franchise locations around the world. 1977, Debbie Fields opened the first Mrs. Fields store in Palo Alto, California. That's up north. Warm and fresh cookies. I think I only been there once. So they got cookies going on here as one of the restaurants. I guess so. Cookies, restaurant. I don't know about that. And of course, one of my favorite, my name. They've changed so much. I don't know if they can be my favorite anymore. Red Robin. I used to go to Red Robin a lot. I did miss my birthday treat this time. You only have to go like about 10 times, or should I say order 10 different things and you get a free meal. So Red Robins has succumbed to the pandemic. I have been still going to them. I was going to go to Red Robin in the last couple of days, but I decided to go somewhere else. So Red Robin is always there. I like the Monster Shake. The Monster Shake is not as monster as it used to be, but I still like the Monster Shakes. That's number 31. Among baby boomers is 54%, Gen X is 54%, and the millennials like it 3% more at 57%. Red Robins, believe it or not, founded in 1940. The original name of the restaurant was Sam's Red Robin. He bought the restaurant in 1969 and began rapid expansion across the country. There are 500 Red Robins in the United States. So Red Robin is still kicking. Founded in Seattle. I didn't know that. One of my favorite places. Still on the list. Oh boy. Isn't this something? Nope, I don't want that one. Nope, I don't want that one. Let me see who this is. That's 29. Okay, the Waffle House. I have never been to the Waffle House. I believe they do have one in this area. Maybe. I think I've seen one. They open 24 hours a day. So that means they could be competing with Denny's or someone else like that. They opened on Labor Day 1955. They have 2,000 locations across 25 states. The first one in Georgia, Avondale Estates, Georgia. So they're open 25. They're open in 25 states, 24/7, 365 days a year, probably leap year too. That's Waffle House. Number 30 on the list, Waffle House. Number 29, one of my favorite places, the Pot Pies, Marie Calendar. Yes, to go to Marie Calendar once every couple of months. They're always good, Marie Calendar. They're okay. They have a bar. Sometimes it's crowded on the weekends. People watching TV. Marie Calendar. I know a little bit about Marie Calendar. Uh, see, should I share it here? Let's see what they say first. Uh, Baked pies, of course. They do have a good pie counter. They make their pies. So there was a delivery business. I guess they deliver around mostly around Orange County, California. Turned to pie shop, around 30 stores. It's also a sit-down restaurant. Of course it is, sit-down restaurant. One thing about Marie Callender's is they don't put the whole story here. Maybe I should wait on that because Marie Callender, I believe, is actually owned by someone else. They sold Marie Callender. And there is another business out in the desert that is by the calendars. I'm not going to mention it here. I'll mention it in some other video. But like a lot of businesses, they sell to somebody else. Sometimes they can't use their own name if they start another restaurant. Then when you go to the restaurant, you say, oh, that's the same people. Now they might say that when you go to the other restaurant or the other establishment, they might have a little historical blurb on their menu and it tells you about who they are. And that's one of us. Some people get ripped when they sell their businesses. They can't use their name anymore. I think that's what happens all the time now. When you sell out for whatever reason, better or for worse, you can't use your name again. But Marie Callender's still a good place to go eat. And more than likely, you guarantee they are one of the last really big bakery pie places which you can go to. So I really do like Marie Callender's a lot. I'm still there. Man, mistakes, mistakes, mistakes. I hate for the screen to go dark like that. So that's number 29. Number 28 is Denny's. So Denny's is still in the mix. They're halfway down there. They're number 28. They're open mostly 24/7. That's Denny's. We know about Denny's. Everybody knows about Denny's. 1959. Actually started as a donut stand 1953 called Danny's Donuts. They aim to be the best coffee and donuts 24 hours a day. And they're still basically, most of them, 24 hours a day. They still have 1,600 restaurants. They do be going through a lot of changes also, but every time one go down, there is a new one up all the time. Cold Stone Creamery. Okay, if you want to call that dining, Cold Stone Creamery. Cold Stone is okay. Of course, I'm a Baskin Robbins fan mostly, but Cold Stone is pretty close. I will check out their other stuff. I'm really into the banana split. So banana split is what I'm into. I really do like banana split. I'm gonna go back to Baskin Robbins, try their banana split. Then I'm gonna try Cold Stone sometime and try see if they got a banana split. But they started in Tempe, Arizona. I can't believe it. 1988. Wow, I can't believe it. 1,000 locations owned by Kahala Brands, which also has Baja Fresh. So they're owned by Kahala Brands, which also owns Baja Fresh, Blimpie. I never been to Blimpie, and Pinkberry. That's what's in their portfolio. They're number 27. Red Lobster, number 26. We know about Red Lobster. A lot of them have went out of business. They have been saved by a new CEO. They should be coming back. They still won't have as many Red Lobsters, but they're not going to have the endless shrimp anymore, according to him. So we should see something going on with them. They're number 26, even though they're not as plentiful a restaurant as we know them to be. And would you believe McDonald's? McDonald's is number 25 exactly, halfway there. McDonald's. We know about McDonald's, the lines is always crowded. Just like In-N-Out is always, In-N-Out is always crowded, except for McDonald's got more locations. They're going through some changes, but they go through very little change. They started in San Bernardino, California. 1961, he started franchising it. So McDonald's, everyone knows about McDonald's. They're number 25. That's all I'm gonna have to say about McDonald's. That's number 25. What's number 24? Come on now. What's number 24? They're not bad. Oh, Cracker Barrel. I go to Cracker Barrel a lot. Yes, I do. I go to Cracker Barrel a lot. I think their breakfast is good. I think their breakfast is and their dinners is adequate, but I do love their breakfast. Cracker Barrel's been around a long time. First time I ever went to Cracker Barrel ever was in Flagstaff, Arizona, many years ago. Didn't know anything about it. It was right next to a Best Western. I can't tell you what year it was, but that was my first time eating in a Cracker Barrel. It was in Flagstaff. And I've been eating Cracker Barrel ever since. Cracker Barrel restaurant. Now they're going through some changes also. Look like they might have to close a few restaurants. They need to reorganize. I'm gonna say they're junky. Well, they have a lot of gifts. They have the rocking chairs outside, and they also have a lot of gifts that you can buy. They're very good with that. So I don't know if they're gonna keep most of the gifts in the store like that or not. But they said they're gonna be doing some reorganization with that. I can't wait to see what it's gonna do. So that was, let me see, that was Cracker Barrel 22. Go on, let me see. Oh, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. It's showing me what you want to show me. No, I don't want to see that. Not yet. I want to go over here. Okay, I saw Cracker Barrel. Okay, let me do this way. Oh no, yeah, I know what I should do. Let me do it like that. Okay. I did miss one. Outback Steakhouse. I do go to Outback Steakhouse once in a while. They're okay. They're still hanging around. I think they're going through some sort of problems here and there also. Outback Steakhouse. They do have crowds when they go in, but the best time to go in Outback is just like any other restaurants when they first open during the daytime. Otherwise, on the weekend, it would be hard to get a seat in Outback. So their food is okay. I have no complaints about their food. Among baby boomers, it's 62%. Gen X is 59, and millennials is 56. So baby boomers really like this place. Okay, we talked about Cracker Barrel. That was number 23 because I did kind of mess up. Outback is number 24 because McDonald's is number 25. So Outback's number 24, Cracker Barrel number 23. Popeyes. Popeyes is number 22. Popeyes is okay. I think they make a big deal out of their chicken sandwich. I don't think their chicken sandwich is all that. There are a lot of other chicken places that have good tasting chicken sandwiches, even the spicy kind, spicy, hot, or whatever. But they're okay. It's supposed to be Louisiana style. I grant you that. But there are a lot of other ones out there that are also Louisiana style, or Cajun style, or Louisiana style. Popeyes, it's okay. One thing I notice about these places, they are just as expensive as any place else. You're going to pay for a full meal anywhere between $15 to $20. I don't care what meal it is. Of course, you can get way cheaper than that, probably about $5. If you stick to the little basic stuff, you can get by and not starve. But if you want something really, really, really good, you would have to pay, that's like I said, between $15 and $20. Actually, about 12. I'm being kind of conservative here. And that's Popeye. Taco Bell, number 21. How about them Taco Bell? I haven't had Taco Bell in a long time. I think at one time they stopped selling their coffee. When I did go to this place and start buying their regular iced coffee, yeah, the iced coffee was between, even you can make a better iced coffee. So it all depends on which establishment you go to in Taco Bell. Since there are many Taco Bells, it depends on the server. but everything else is good. The prices have changed. The menus constantly change. I still think they're in competition with their rival because at one time they were together. Del Taco, Taco Bell, one. One came from the other. They both doing pretty good. I do eat at Del Taco also. Taco Bell was my number one, but now I share with Del Taco. Number 21, that was Taco Bell. Texas Roadhouse. I can't, I don't think I ever been to Texas Roadhouse. But sometimes I get the other one mixed up with that one. Anyway, is it Texas Roadhouse or is it Longhorn? It's Longhorn. Texas Roadhouse, I can't remember ever going there. I put that on the list of places to go. Texas Roadhouse. Baby boomers is 65%, so that means a lot of steak eaters. Gen X is 61%. Millennials is 55%. That's pretty high considering all the other restaurants that are in the 40s and 50s. Millennials is 55%, but the boomers and Gen X, they're in the upper 60s when it comes to popularity of eating food at the Texas Red Hot, Texas Roadhouse. Headquartered in Louisville, Kentucky, has origins in Clarksville, Indiana, 1993. They have more than 600 locations around the world, including in the United States, Indonesia, and Turkey. Family friendly, hand cut steaks, chicken sandwiches, burgers, and other American specialties. That's Texas Roadhouse number 20. Got to add here. Number 19, KFC. We was talking about KFC at number 19. Wow, KFC is still up there. Number 19. That means they are, hey, between 20 and 1. That's pretty good, I guess, still for KFC. They've been around for a very long time. They are 61% baby boomer. Of course, we know where KFC started. They got 24,000 outlets still. We know who started, Colonel Sanders. They are known for their buckets of fried chicken, and can nobody else do a better job with buckets of chicken than KFC? Even though I like some of their other stuff, they have their little problems, but they're still around. 18, Arby's. Well, I had a chance to go back to Arby's. They do have some pretty good stuff there. I've been there a few times. I will go back again to Arby's one of these days. Arby's, their roast beef. I really don't eat roast beef, but I have eaten roast beef at some of the restaurant that we have around here. But Arby's, they have other foods that I like to eat. Arby's restaurant is okay. Among baby boomers, it's 65%. Everyone else is 59% and below. That is Arby's. Olive Garden is number 17. Would you believe that? Olive Garden. Okay, let me see where. Come on now. Come on now. Let's say go there. Olive Garden. Let's talk about Olive Garden. Olive Garden is okay. Not one of my favorites. However, among baby boomers, it is 64% and 60% among Gen Xers. Gen Xers. Fast casual Italian restaurant. It's not as Italian as a real Italian restaurant, but they're okay. They are a division of General Mills, the cereal. I call it the cereal company. Of course, General Mills have grown since 1982. Unlimited breadsticks, salad, soups, and never-ending pasta bowls. There are 900 Olive Garden. They are part of the Darden Group that we talked about. That includes Yard House, Longhorn Steakhouse, and the Capitol Grill. I don't know where the Capitol Grill is, but the other two, Yard House and Longhorn Steakhouse, both of those we know about. So they're number 17, Olive Garden. They're okay. Not my favorite, but they're okay. Number 16, we was talking about them before. It was TGIF, it was Chili's. Now, what's in that same group? Applebee's, the neighborhood grill and bar. They're going through problems, definitely going through problems. I think they closed a few here and there. They got 2,000 locations. They serve almost everything. They also started in 1980 in Atlanta. Boy, everyone's coming out of Atlanta. Well, that's at least three, I believe. So I do eat at Applebee's. I used to eat there quite a bit, at least once every few months. So between Chili's, TGIF, and Applebee's, I call them almost the same. But between those three, the two that I eat at the most is Applebee's and TGIF more than I eat at Chili's. That's a fact. So Applebee's, Neighborhood Bar and Grill, number 16, Applebee's. Burger King, my number one hamburger place. Burger King is still hanging in there. They're going through a lot of changes. A lot of them has closed. Some of the establishments have turned into Starbucks. That is the building. I've been to my favorite places. Some of them have bad service. But right now, I've only ran into good service. They serve food that I like. Burger King has been around for a long time also. And where is Burger King from? Oh boy, where are they really from? Let's see, Burger King. So they were called, oh, these two people, Matthew Burns and Keith Kramer, bought the rights to a grill called the Insta Broiler and opened the first Insta Burger King in 1953 in Florida. So they were inspired by McDonald's. The McDonald brothers inspired these two guys, and they changed the name from Insta Broiler to Burger King in 1954. Burger King still has 18,000 locations around the world. So my favorite place has been inspired by McDonald's. That's good to know. Yes, I still like Burger King more than McDonald's. Because Burger King has done some things that I did not want them to do. They done them anyway, but I'm still hanging out with Burger King. They're number 15. They're doing better than McDonald's, right? As the best place to eat. Chick-fil-A. I used to eat at Chick-fil-A every now and then. I think they're kind of expensive also, but I used to go there once in a while. Not going there too much right now. They're the original chicken sandwich. They're not open on Sundays. It's no big deal. And we know about some of the problems that Chick-fil-A has been going through. That could be a reason, maybe, for my decision sometimes. But you know what? They were founded as the Dwarf Grill in 1946 outside of Atlanta. another Georgia. Another Georgian outside of Atlanta, 1946. It's always closed on Sundays. Has also seen it's owned and operated by the founding family. Their food is good. I even bought some of their what's that, honey mustard and some other flavored sauces that I bought from Chick-fil-A some time ago, right from them, right from the window. So not only can you buy their sandwiches and wraps, you can also buy the condiments also. And if you go to stores like Albertson Vaughn or some of these other markets, you know you're going to see Starbucks coffee, you're going to see other sauces and coffees. Pete's Coffee, you're going to see those in stores. I don't know about the other brand, but Pete, Starbucks, I think Seattle's Best are in stores already in packages. And I think the same here for their different sauces. There are different dipping sauces and everything. You can find these in the market also. That's Chick-fil-A number 14. Sonic. I've been a Sonic. I've been meaning to go back to Sonic. They're just basically burgers and stuff like that, of course. I guess Sonic is okay. They're number 13. They opened in Oklahoma 1953. That's good to know. The company still features car hops. That's true. They still have those things you drive up to, uh, and they come out to your windows in your car. They got 3,000 establishments across the United States. Burgers, milkshakes, hot dogs, and fries. Okay, they're part of a group called Buffalo Wild Wings and Arby's. So Sonic, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Arby's is a part of a conglomerate group. What's that group's name? They don't say it here, but I'm sure I read it somewhere before. So those three are together. Buffalo Wild Wing and Arby's. They're under the same umbrella. So Sonic is okay. Not my favorite, but they're okay. If you want to get fed, you can go to Sonic. Subway. My all-time favorite when it comes to submarine sandwiches. Subway. They're in the high 60s. Baby boomers, 64%. Gen X, 60%. Millennials, 61%. A nuclear physicist loaned Fred DeLuca $1,000 to open a sub sandwich shop in 1965. The seeds of Subway were officially planted. That's what it says in this article. I'm reading it verbatim. And the first store was in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I'm always over here. I know I'm always on this side because there's certain section of the video I don't want to show. The official Subway name was first used in 1968. That's when I graduated from high school, y'all, 1968. No wonder I like Subway. They have over 40,000 locations around the world. Of course, they've been going through some changes also. We know that. That's Subway, number 12. So they're still high. They're still high. They're just outside of 10. So Subway is still doing something right, according to these people who wrote the story. Panera Bread, one of my new number ones in tandem with Corner Bakery. Panera Bread, oh man, their percentage of really high. Baby Boomers 63%, Gen X 63%, Millennials 60%. Panera Bread actually started at the St. Louis Bread Company. Would you believe that? I went to St. Louis before. They started in 1987 when it was purchased by Audubon Payne in 1993. The name was changed to Panera. So it was the St. Louis Bread Company, 1987. And in 1993, they changed it to Panera, a fast casual sit-down restaurant, freshly baked breads. They do bake their breads. Their service is exceptional. That's what I said. Their service is exceptional. Everyone makes mistakes, but their service is pretty good, no matter where you go. 2,300 locations in the United States and Canada. It's owned by Jab Holding Company, a European group whose portfolio also includes Pret A, Manger, and Pete's Coffee. Oh, I learned something new already. I think I knew that, but not really. So, Jab Holding Company owns Panera Bread and Pete's Coffee. How about that, folks? I love Panera Bread. Can't go wrong. Now, would you believe between Caesars and Domino's, Domino's is kind of like a little bit above everyone else to me because Domino's is my favorite pizza company. Domino's, they're still around, a little expensive here and there, but they have a high opinion score, 59%, 62%, and 65%. So baby boomers is under 60%, while Gen X is 62 and millennials is 65%. That gives it a positive opinion score of 63%. Domino's Pizza is named after a person called Dominic's, but the name was changed after brothers Tom and James Monaghan bought the restaurant for $500. And they are what you call founded on delivering pizza to homes. They have over 1,700 restaurants in more than 90 countries. They do have made-to-order salad, sides, and sandwiches on its menu. That's Domino's, my favorite pizza place. Domino. The Domino. Okay, Cheesecake Factory is, would you believe? There's been a lot of talk about Cheesecake Factory. They're number 9. 64% among boomers, 59% Gen X. Millennials is 62%. They said the menu can be overwhelming. There's endless pages of food items. Maybe so. I don't know. I never really thought about it like that. But it started off as a humble beginning as a small salad and sandwich shop in Beverly Hills, California. Would you believe that? The Cheesecake Factory started in Beverly Hills, California, and you have these people. I'm calling them people because I don't want to be prejudiced. Not liking going to the Cheesecake Factory as if it's a low life thing. Cheesecake Factory is pretty good. It's still up there. It started in 1978. It's family friendly. Now, if it's family friendly, that means that turns a lot of people off. That's what I'm thinking. If that's why you can't get a date, if that's why you if that's why a young person can't get a date with another young person, I you know, I'm being very conservative. And you don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory because you don't think it's high enough for you. It's too low for your standards. They have more than 200 outlets around the world serving everything from soup, salads, appetizers to pasta, sandwiches, burgers, and of course, a large variety of, you name it, cheesecakes. That's what they wrote. I'm glad I'm not putting no pictures down here and I'm talking about it. Cheesecake Factory is still a good place to eat. I don't go there often, but it is a good place to eat. The food is great. Now, would you believe one of my favorite places? I think it's I think it's everybody's favorite place, along with Denny's and the other breakfast places. They're still there. IHOP #8. Would you believe that? #8 is IHOP. That's hard to believe, but #8 is IHOP. Boy, the percentage is very high. Boomers is 62%. Gen X is 70%. Millennials is 59%. I think the baby boomers percent has went down over the years, possibly because there are other good places like Black Bear restaurants for breakfast and some other places that have pretty good breakfasts. Since 1958, IHOP, International House of Pancake, that's what I've known it for. 15 years later, they changed the official name to IHOP. More than 1,800 restaurants. They've closed a lot of them, and some of them they moved around. But I can remember the International House of Pancakes when I was a younger person. Every pancake on the menu had a country's name, and that's how they sold their pancakes. So whatever pancake you like, there was a particular name, a country's name for that particular pancake flavor. And they stopped doing that. I don't never see anywhere where they talk about it, only that they rebranded themselves. Of course, you heard about the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity pancakes. But IHOP used to be very crowded a lot when I was younger, back in the 60s and maybe the 70s, but definitely the 60s because it opened in 1958. So that was the newest thing around. They had them everywhere. But I never found out why they stopped doing the country names of each pancake. So if it was strawberries on the pancake, it had a certain name on it. If it had peaches on another pancake, it probably had a different country name on it. So that was the fun of it back in the days. But I don't know what happened to that or why they changed or when that did happen. Only thing I know is IHOPs closed and IHOPs opened. And now they like to be called IHOP, not International House of Pancakes. Still a good place to eat. They do adequate. Of course, they're still competing with Cracker Barrel, Black Bear, a couple of other restaurants that serve breakfast. What can I say? Let me get this call. All right, my wife made it to her destination, to her job. Corner ball in the pocket, IHOP number 8. Let's see who. Cinnabon. Is that number 7? Cinnabon. Never went to a Cinnabon that I know of. I know I've probably been with friends or loved one who probably went there once. World's greatest cinnamon roll. That was their mission. Oh my God. They started in Seattle in 1985 and grown to more than 1,200 locations around the world. So, let's see. Cinnabon is owned by Focus Brands, which also owns Auntie Anne's Jamba Juice and Scotchties. I heard of Scotchties. Jamba Juice, I had their juices a couple of times. I have never been back. I think because I be hearing about the the blending. I don't know what word to use, but you could get sick. I think that's why I don't really go to Jamba Juice. Even though I know you can get sick at Starbucks, you can get sick at any of those places, but Jamba Juice, I think because I don't really drink juice. That must be what it is. But I'll try them again. It is good for you. You just hope that everything is okay, including the baristas, right? Just saying. Jamba Juice is a good place. Cinnabon. So now we know about Cinnabon. At least I know about Cinnabon now. Auntie Anne's, Jamba Juice, and Scotchies. Okay, who's number? Oh my God. You know what? I haven't been to a Pizza Hut. Number 6, Pizza Hut. I have not been to a Pizza Hut in a very long time. The Mojo potatoes, right? Is that the one? Founded in 1950, 19, am I always in a rush to speak? 1958 in Wichita, Kansas, as a single outlet. Today, there are more than 18,000 locations around the world. Stuffed crust, melted cheese, calzone-like pizza concoction called the P-Zone, and the dipping strips pizza. They don't talk about the Mojo potatoes. Isn't that a big deal at Pizza Hut? The Mojo potatoes? Am I right? Well, anyway, this is the highest percentage in the 60s. Pizza Hut, number 6. Baby boomers, 66%. Gen X's, 67%. And millennials, 64%. I think that's very good. There's nothing wrong with Pizza Hut. Back in the days, I used to go to Pizza Hut a lot. When I was much younger, I used to go to Pizza Hut a lot. They were just a place to go. Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, I go to Dunkin' Donuts. They're number 5. And they also have a high percentage rate. Boomers 67%, Gen X is 63%, millennials is 65%. Formerly Dunkin' Donuts. Founded in 1950 in Quincy, Massachusetts. They have more than 12,000 locations globally. Dunkin' Donuts is okay. They do sell sandwiches. I eat at Dunkin' Donuts. Basically, when I go to Vegas, I eat at Dunkin' Donuts. Or it's either there or I think this is the right one, or either was it Barstow at the Barstow station going to Vegas. I believe that's a Dunkin' Donuts there. And there's also a Dunkin' Donuts I go to. There's one in Pasadena, California. I go to that one. I call myself being a part of the process by having an app, but it seems like the app doesn't work well with me. Dunkin' Donuts, still a nice option to eat food when you're hungry. Number 5, that's Dunkin' Donuts. Would you believe that? Dunkin' Donuts is number 5. Number 4, another donut place. Let's see who this is. Krispy Kreme. I'm going to tell you, Krispy Kreme is one of my least liked places. Like, their donuts are okay. I'm still a Winchell's person. Even though Winchell's has been going through some changes. Winchell's, Yum Yum, they're still my favorite. Not Krispy Kreme. But I did say I was going to go to Krispy Kreme again because I have had Krispy Kreme donuts. Maybe they don't buy the right donuts, but I don't eat a lot of donuts, no way. But I think because people buy certain donuts, that could give Krispy Kreme a bad reputation. Well, not really, but I'll try them again to see what else they got at Krispy Kreme, number 4. And their percent opinion is way above what I consider them for myself. Among my baby boomers, 69%. Gen X is 68%, and millennials is 65%. That could be the highest opinion score, as they called it. Founded in 1937. Can't you believe that? They are old. From New Orleans, let me see. From a New Orleans chef. New Orleans. I thought it was further back east than that, but it's New Orleans, huh? They have more than 1,000 Krispy Kreme donut shops, and I'd say, and growing. They are still expanding. So I guess the original glaze and strawberry filled to Oreo cookies and cream and donut holes. So I'm going to have to check them out again. Think I only went there personally only one time, and that was when they first came to California. That's the only time. That's number 4, Krispy Kreme. Now, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. Number 3, the little honey buddy. Wendy's, the honey buddy. The honey buddy chicken sandwich. The honey buddy chicken sandwich. Breakfast. That's what I have breakfast. And their large cold brew iced coffee. They do have good salads. That's number 3. That's Wendy's. At one time, I wasn't too thrilled about Wendy's because they didn't cook my chicken sandwich good. That was many years ago. But now, the past year, I've given them another chance. And Wendy's is right up there with Burger King. Pretty close. I said Wendy's is good, Burger King is good, Burger King is good, Wendy's is good, Carl Jr., all those. But Wendy's is number 3. Did I say where Wendy's is from? Well, we know Wendy's is named from the founder's daughter. Trying to, they have 6,000 locations around the world. Founded in 1969. That's hard to believe. 1 year after I'm back again. Wendy's. I wonder when your phone does that, am I still on the air? I guess I still am. It must gonna show some interruptions. When I rewatch this hour and 31 minutes, we're almost done with this marathon. I'm gonna call this my marathon food critique. Number 3, Wendy's. Dairy Queen. Man, the percent is high. And I never go to a Dairy Queen. I don't even know what one is. Founded in 1940. Joliet, Illinois. After co-founder John Fremont McCullough. John Fremont McCullough, that's named after John Fremont. Oh my God. Butter parfaits. They have 6,800 Dairy Queen locations around the world. I do see them. Sometimes they're with some other restaurant. I never really have a chance to go to a Dairy Queen. I may have to check it out. It is a restaurant. But the boomers, this is the highest, 77%. Gen X is 75% and millennials is 63%. And that is pretty high. That's number 2, Dairy Queen. And I've never been to Dairy Queen. Now, who is number 1? Who is number 1? I can't believe it. I really cannot believe who's number 1. I just ate there the other night. Baskin Robbins is number 1. Would you believe that? Baskin Robbins is number 1. That used to be my favorite ice cream place. I don't know if it's my favorite today, but I used to buy my banana splits from them. I did do a video on them just the other night. Their percentage is very high. They have a very high positive opinion score. Among the boomers is 79%. Among Gen X's is 77%. And millennials who still don't know what they're doing, 67%. Baskin Robbins, they were brothers. Bert Baskin and Irv Robbins were brothers. I should have known they were brothers. They were the 31 flavors guy. They have over 8,000 locations. And they're part of the Inspire brand, which also owns Dunkin'. So Baskin Robbins and Dunkin' are owned by Inspire Brands. I just can't believe Baskin Robbins is number 1. Baskin Robbins. There you are, folks. I really didn't know who number 1 was. I just saw 50. Yesterday, I said, I want to do this video to do a little critique. I knew it was going to take a long time. If I did every little bitty thing, it would take me probably to the next morning. I thought it was, but it didn't. So we count down all the way from 50 to number one Baskin Robbins, which was a surprise to me. I am kind of happy that Baskin Robbins ice cream. They do have a few seats in their little diner. Most ice cream parlors do. Baskin Robbins number one. This is Robin and Shams. I'll see you in my next video. Baskin Robbins number one. Can't believe it. Baskin Robbins. Ice cream, my favorite. Yogurt is second. And I add other stuff too. Baskin Robbins ice cream, number one. They don't have all the flavors I like. My favorite flavors, maybe they had it one time. Rum raisin, pistachio nut, maybe Rocky Road. Those are my flavors. Maybe I'm missing one. Coffee, that's it. Talk to you later, folks. Have a great rest of your evening. I did all 50 restaurants. Of the story about Paul Feinstein and Madison Troyer. Because I seen that article. I was inspired to do this. Maybe I'll do another one. There are some restaurants that I've never heard of before. Big time restaurants. I normally don't go to big time restaurants. The only biggest restaurant that I go to, besides the Cheesecake Factory, which I want to go once in a while, is the Derby, which is still around in Arcadia, going for another 100 years. They've already been around for 100. They're going for another 100. There were many derbies around. Now there are a lot of knockoff derbies. Or maybe they've been around too, but I didn't know about them. I'll see you in my next video, folks. This is Robin and Sean. Talk to you later and have a great evening.